Alright boys, we're trying a new angle today. I'm hoping this is not like too sus or like just giving weird vibes, but I put a poll on my Instagram today and you guys voted that you want. Honestly, I think it was nearly a 50-50 split, if not Instagram got a little bit more. But just more talking style videos on both accounts. So I'm putting this up on YouTube tonight just as a super raw mindset kind of development mental reshape video that hopefully someone can get some sort of value from. So I just recorded a video for my Instagram and I talked about taking risks, and you need to start like risk maxing, because like maxing is just like the trend buzzword right now. But the purpose of that video, I talked about all of the risks I've taken in the past 3 years have led up to this moment that's waiting for me, that I've been teasing and leading you guys on about. And I would never in a million years ever even get the chance to do what I'm about to go do if I didn't take any risks. So take that how you want, but I thought the biggest risk I took in my life up until what's about to happen is when I dropped out of university to start learning the fundamentals in psychology of sales and marketing online through an agency that I paid $6,000 for. It's a lot of money that I didn't have at the time. Anyways, it was the best investment of my life because it opened a whole new world for me, and the coaches I got were extremely insightful and very one-to-one for the time I was in. I think they transitioned into something a little bit different now, but essentially that was what I thought the biggest risk I had taken in my life at the time was. And then I flew to Thailand by myself one way to try and make this online digital nomad lifestyle work and be a reality. At 20, bro, I was 20 years old. Solo, 17,000 kilometers away. Yeah, did that, huge risk. Made it work though, learned a lot, lost a lot, made a lot. Just learned, just everything, experiences, just shaped myself. And then I moved to Bali for a bit. Hated Bali. Don't go to Bali. Don't fall for the Bali propaganda. Will Pedley, if you're watching this, you and Rashidi got quite the setup in Bali. If you're living like that, Bali's meant. But yeah, then I came home, and then I went back to Koh Samui at 21 by myself. Again, big risk. Thought that was a big risk. And again, ran businesses, made it successful, made money, lost money, made friendships, made new connections, made new memories, experiences, learned lots about myself. Huge risk. Again, 21, 17,000, 18,000 kilometers away. And now what's waiting for me is, in my mind already, one of the biggest things I'm about to go do. I'm going into somewhere completely blind, no idea anything about this place, didn't even know it existed. So with that being said, this opportunity though is once in a lifetime. It's like no other. So you got to take that right away. You got to take every opportunity that you can, or put yourself in situations where you can have opportunities. Therefore, take more risks. Because if you're staying in your comfort zone and you're only going to stay in areas where you're familiar and you feel comfortable and you know what's going to happen and what's not going to happen, there's no growth to that. You don't learn anything about yourself. You are basically in a snow globe if you just stay in that area your whole life. I live in a very small town in Nova Scotia, Canada. And I know a lot of people here are never ever going to leave this place, and they think that this place is the top shit. And maybe they don't think that, and maybe they're scared to travel or whatever, but my mind works in a way that I can't settle for a mediocrity. I cannot settle for mediocrity or a mediocre life. I need to have something more than a traditional follow the rules life, 9 to 5 corporate world. Maybe a kid, a home, do that and retire at 65. Like, I'm saying this because like there's nothing wrong with that, but like that's just sort of what is scripted to us. And up until like the internet really took off and like really adapted, there was sure opportunities previously, but the internet has opened so many opportunities and doors and avenues for so many different people. And if you can utilize it in the right way, you can absolutely get a piece of the pie. If you've been a long-time viewer of mine, you've seen I've got plenty pieces of the pie for myself, and I've helped others get pieces of the pie, and I can help you get pieces of the pie. But if that's not what you're into, that's fine. If you just want to settle for a average normal life, again, that may sound harsh and maybe I'm just blunt, but that's not my intention. Like, if there's happiness and fulfillment, enjoyment for you in that, there's nothing wrong with that. Straight up, just do it. But for the people who don't want to be on their deathbed with regret and wishing they tried this or wishing they did that or traveled more or started that business or talked to that girl or whatever, how do you expect to get to a point where it's not like that if you just stay in your comfort zone? You can't. You got to go do shit. You got to throw shit at a wall. You hear me say it time and time again. You got to see what sticks and what's not, and you got to figure out what you're passionate about and what you stand for and what you want out of this world. You need to just do an audit of your life, like I've talked about. Not enough people take time in their day, or it just takes a bit of time once, and just no phone, no distractions, no music, no nothing, and just like write down what you like, what you want, what you aspire to get out of this life. And if you truly do want these things, I personally believe you won't let anything get in your way of achieving or getting that goal of yours, whatever it is. And if you write these things down and you say you want them, but you don't do anything for it, you don't want it. You don't. So stop talking about it. Stop putting it out there. Stop wasting your breath and putting this nonsense energy out there. That's like the worst thing you can do, is just lie to yourself. And it's not easy, and it's not going to be like that. All these things take time and effort and consistency and discipline and thick skin. And you got to be a little crazy too. But it's just, if you want to do something truly, you won't let anything stop you from doing it. So with that being said, make sure to drop me a follow on Instagram, please, guys. I'm doing daily uploads on there. And subscribe, please. If you haven't already, please sub. YouTube is one of those things that long term you can actually get benefits from. As a Canadian content creator, we get the short end of the stick. But YouTube, if I get 1,000 subs and a bunch of other check marks across the board, I'll eventually be able to get monetized through my YouTube. But that's obviously not the goal, but helping support me, if you want, subbing is the best way to do it. It's free. Comment, likes, they all go a long way, and they mean the world. I read everything. I like all of it. It means the world to me, absolutely. So with all that being said, if you want to continue getting videos like this, let me know. DM me. I'm always open for a chat. Trying to build something real, genuine, and something with long-term value. And this is just the very, very early stages of it. And you guys can look at my YouTube channel. There's been 3 years of posts, but I still know, like, with this thing that's coming, this is still just like the very, very beginning of what life looks like for me. So if you want to see what that has in store for me, make sure, drop me a sub, stick around, and we'll see you in the next one.